So let's talk about step 4, which is shipping. Shipping a vehicle pretty much globally happens in 2 ways. RoRo, which is roll on, roll off, or container shipping. Any vehicle you're buying through the auction house is going to need to be able to start, run, and drive. So with those things in place, it should also be able to pull onto a RoRo. So if you're able to bid on a vehicle, there should be a guarantee that you can get it onto a RoRo boat. And when do you want to use RoRo versus container? Basically, it has to do with the cost of the vehicle and how much it matters to you. The vehicle itself, if you're worried about it getting even a slight amount of damage, and it has a super high value for any sort of accidents, say a high-spec R34 GTR, high-spec Acura NSX, something like that, you're going to want to container ship it. That's pretty much a guarantee that nothing is going to happen to the vehicle while it is at sea. And RoRo shipping is a pretty good standard way to do it. That's how I hear most folks do it. They will use a RoRo shipping method. It usually costs at a minimum $2,200 is the quote that I have gotten, specifically from Japan Car Direct. That's for something even small, like a key truck. I haven't seen a huge fluctuation, usually $2,200 to $2,600 between something small like a key truck up to something a little bit bigger like a standard, maybe a Silvia or a Supra like this. There are some insights on RoRo versus container shipping that you can take a look at on the application to help you decide what's right for you. We talked about this a little in the last step because some of the stuff you have to be mindful of between exporting and shipping, these things kind of blend over. So the port that you're going to be shipping to in the United States, both your exporter and importer have to be aware during the exporting and shipping steps where the car is going. On the East Coast, I believe most ships come to Baltimore, Maryland. That's going to get you the vehicle the quickest, though there are some more areas available. And on the West Coast, Los Angeles has the most RoRo shipments coming in, so that's going to get you there probably the quickest as well. We also have port comparison information within the app on this step. An exciting part of all this is that you get to track the boat as it comes. You should have the boat name from the bill of lading and the contact with your exporter as the vehicle was being loaded on, so you can use different apps to track where your boat is at sea. I use MarineTraffic mobile app. It was awesome. You did have to pay a little bit for a subscription, but to literally watch your car leave Japan, go through the ocean, below Hawaii, cut across to America, it was really cool. 2 more pieces of paperwork to cover at this stage that are really important. The first one is surrendering your bill of lading. So you should be able to telex surrender your bill of lading from the boat to your import broker. And what that means is when the boat comes into the port in the United States, they will be able to essentially fax your real bill of lading to your import broker wherever they are. Mine was on the West Coast. I never even met them. They can send that to them directly and they can put the paperwork together to release your car in the United States. So it's very important that you get this done. The second piece of paperwork to be aware of will be the customs bond. Your broker will set up a customs bond that basically ensures that you're going to pay all of the fees as your car enters the United States. They are responsible for you having that bond with the United States government to say, yes, I will pay all fees required. And once that ship gets to port and you have telex surrendered your bill of lading, you'll get a formal, it's called an arrival notice that your vehicle is coming in. I was so stoked. The only downside to that means there's a clock starting. You need to get all of your import paperwork filed and brought with you to the port. I think it's within a week before they start charging you storage fees at whatever lot your imported vehicle comes into. So let's talk through that paperwork in the next step.